Welcome back to You See Me Cook. Today we're going to be doing fried tilapia with a chili and paprika yogurt sauce on a bed of rice. To start off with, for the fish, we're going to need 2 whole tilapia, and then we're going to have some seasoned flour. So we're going to use plain flour, salt and pepper. Okay, now the way you tell that fish is fresh is you need to look at the eyes, and if you can see, the eyes aren't clouding over at this point, which is one sign that it's fresh. The other sign is if you look at the gill, if you can see the gills, they are a dark red. That means that the fish is fresh. So the first thing we're going to need to do with this tilapia is we're going to have to fillet it. Okay, so this is the basic technique to filleting a fish. First, cut the heads off. Second, you've got to bring your knife along, and as you can see I've already done this side here. It's a fairly clean fillet. You've got to follow the spine. So as you can see from this fish, you've got this little bit here which is the ribs, then you've got the spine here. So the blade has to go along here, and you've got to try and keep it as close to the bone as possible so you can get as much meat as you can. Now obviously with this, you can get your fishmonger to fillet the fish for you, and I would probably advise it because it's considerably easier and quicker because they'll be a professional. Got to keep following it along like that. Just go along near the ribs, and if you have an ileostomy, it's probably best to use larger fish because the bones are bigger, so it's easier to remove them, it's easier to spot them, and less likely to get caught anywhere that they're not supposed to. And eventually you'll have yourself a fillet. And this one I am hashing up a little bit. Okay, and there you have it. One fillet. Fish pretty much just left to its bones. Now, just got to do the other fish. So now that the fish has been filleted, we're going to skin it. And the trick to this is you need to hold back a bit of skin. So first just kind of cut away a small amount like that, and then you've just got to, when you get enough of the skin off, you just put the blade underneath, you press it to the board, you just run it along, and you just separate the skin from it. I need to get a little bit more off. Okay, as you can see, there's a nice clean bit of fish coming off of that. And just keep going. Thankfully it's something that kind of gets progressively easier as you go along the fillet. Just pulling the skin, pushing the blade along, keeping it as flat as you can, trying to take as much meat off of the skin as possible. And then with that clean fillet, just place it in there, move on to the next one. So now that the fish has been skinned, you've just got to coat it in seasoned flour. So I've got some plain flour here on the plate. I'm just going to cover it with some salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to give that flour a bit of a mix, add a little bit more. Now, just got to coat the fish. As you can see, it's just getting that floury coat on it. To go with tilapia, we're going to have a yogurt-based sauce with paprika and chili. So quite simply, we're going to have plain yogurt, chili powder and paprika, these ingredients. So we're going to add probably about 4 tablespoons of yogurt, 5 tablespoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And what we're going to do is we're going to stir that all in. Okay, so obviously one of the things you want to do is taste test it. Now, yeah, it tastes really good. You get a nice bit of smokiness, so you get the light taste of the yoghurt first. And this will complement the fish quite nicely with a squeeze of lime at the top at the end. So once you've made the rice and you've fried the fish, then just going to quickly give this just heat this up a little bit so it's a runnier sauce. So probably 30 seconds in the microwave, but just check on it after that, give it a good stir, and if it's nice and runny, then you've got what you need. Now we've heated some oil in a pan to medium heat, and we've just got to add the fish and fry them. You don't need to cook fish very long, it's very easy to overcook it, and you just want to do it for probably about a couple of minutes on each side for a fillet that's about this thick. If you're not sure, just cut it through the middle to see if it's cooked. You want it to be just cooked when you do it, so it should be fairly firm in the middle but still moist. And this is what the fish will look like when it's cooked. All you do now is you place this on a bed of rice, put the sauce on top, which you've heated a little bit so that it flows a little bit more, and then just garnish it with a squeeze of lime juice.